She was the second oldest of three sisters' marriage. She was one of the main protagonists of the novel written by Louisy May Alcott, Little Woman. The novel recently got remade in a movie with very popular actors in it. And as it grew wider, there were a lot of attention going to the main characters of the novel. And so I get to talk today with the best of the best, the only Jo Merch. It's a pleasure to be here. Okay, so maybe you want to introduce yourself to the viewers first, as some may still not know you, even though your popularity is rising up these days.
Sure. Hi, I'm Jo Merch, one of four sisters from the book called Little Woman.
Okay, so do you prefer to be called by your full name, which is Josephine, or by your nickname Jo?
Of course, nickname Jo. I don't really introduce myself as Josephine.
Alright, that's really going well with your character, I can say. So let's start. You weren't exactly the most feminine of the sisters and the girls in town at all, right?
Yeah, I was more of a feminist than a feminine.
Yeah, but in the end, you learned to accept who you are, your gender, and everything that comes with it, right?
Yeah, I accepted it. I realized that I didn't have to lose my identity, ambitions when I marry someone.
Okay, that's really said. Now I have a question from a viewer. What does Professor Bauer had that Loy lacked? That is a really specific question. I want you to take your time to think about the answer, because this may cause some controversies.
First of all, I loved Laurie just as a brother. I couldn't reciprocate his feelings, so when he proposed to me, I couldn't stay there. I went to New York, and then I met Friedrich.
Okay, so wait a second. What you are saying is that you left to New York for a whole 6 months just because you couldn't stand all the fuss that came after Laurie proposed and you turned him down.
Yeah, I just needed a break after all of that.
Okay, so how did you felt when Amy, your younger sister, accepted his proposal?
At first I was so shocked. When he came back, I remember I missed him really much. And he came back, first thing I heard, they are engaged, and I was a little bit sad at the beginning, but then I felt happy for them. She was my sister and he was my best friend, so I was happy for them.
You are a wonderful sister and a wonderful friend. Now, I have a very hard question for you. How did your sister's death, sickness, and then death affected you? Take your time, no pressure.
Well, it affected all of us. It was a really hard time. I remember she loved to hear my stories. When I lost inspiration, I wrote for her, and she loved my stories. And after her death, my world just shattered, but we supported each other as a family and got to that.
I actually cannot imagine what you came through as a personality of a sister, and I can imagine losing her now to a sickness. But, okay, I think let's move on to some more joyful things, because there were a lot of them in your life. And the first thing I want to know, you love books, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Which one is your favorite?
I love them. Well, my favorite one...
What's the title?
My favorite one is Uncle Tom's Uncle Tom's Cabins by Harriet Beecher.
Okay, did
you hear anything about it?
I did. I actually was supposed to read it, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
I recommend it.
Thank you. I will make sure to buy it if I need to. And now, did the books that you read in your life affected your character, your development, your feelings, the way you behaved?
Yeah, they affected me so much. For example, when I had an argument with Amy, she just ruined my book and the things I wrote, and I was so sad. I was so mad at her, so angry. We fought a lot, but in the end I forgave her.
Okay, I can see the books in you basically, but our next viewer asked another question. When you cut your hair, I'm not saying it was not brave, but was it just your pride taking over?
It was my pride taking over. I just couldn't imagine going myself to my aunt and asking her for help and money. Okay. So I just cut my hair, sold it, and give my mother money. I remember crying and regretting it so much after that.
I feel you. Now, I think it was very courageous of you, because your hair was your pride. It was the most feminine thing about you, actually.
Yeah.
The long brown hair. But I have one more question, because the clock is ticking. We are very short of time. But how is the married life going? How are your boys? I go to your school. I heard they do.
Yeah, my married life is going really well. I love my husband. We opened a school together for both boys and girls. So I couldn't be happier in life. I'm close with my family. We're all together, so...
That's fantastic to hear. Sadly, our time went to an end, but I hope to hear from you again, have you here again, and I wish you all the best in life, all the good to the boys and your husbands, sisters, and their husband as well.
Thank you
so much.
It was a